Hello, welcome to LilyLuLou. My name's Karen, I'm the Junk Journal Geek, and I'm back today with prompt number 2 on our Dephemerember 2025. And the second prompt is a floating pocket and bold numbers. So I've gone through and pulled out from the package that Claire sent me. If you haven't seen my previous couple of videos, Claire at Purple Poppy and I did a stash swap for Dephemerember. So she sent me a package of goodies to use throughout the month and I've sent some to her. And in my package was this number 2, which I think you'll agree is a bold number. So I've pulled that out. It's also my birthday is the 2nd. I thought this might make a nice floating pocket if we fold it in half and, you know, just glue it on 2 sides. And this was already a sort of floating pocket that she sent me. It's an accounting envelope. So I thought we could decorate that up maybe. And I pulled out some of the stickers that she sent me, and then I've just rummaged through on my desk and I've got some leftover bits of envelope, you know, where I've cut these down to make smaller pockets from envelopes. I've got some bits of envelope left, so I thought we could use those perhaps to make some pockets. Then I sent one of these to Claire as well, actually. It's the I cut out numbers with a die, and this is what was left. So I've got one of those. I thought I could use that. I've just pulled out some, I don't really need 2 of those, I don't think. Pulled out some papers from my desk. I've got you know, one of those stencily things here that I can draw through for numbers. I've got an actual stencil there, and I've got my bold numbers from my advent numbers, which they're either on my Kofi page or on my Buy Me a Coffee page. I'm not sure where they are, but they are a freebie. I've got an envelope here that somebody sent me some ephemera in, and I thought I could cut that in half and make 2 floating pockets. And I've got some book page. So that's what we've got to play with so far. I'm sure I'll be pulling out more stuff as we go. But let's make a start. So what do I want to do first? I was thinking, I haven't actually used this stencil before. It's a bit flimsy. Thought I might stencil some numbers on the book page, you know, like a background. So if I pull some of these numbers out, and maybe we can start off by doing that. These book pages are quite sturdy, so I don't know if I'm going to need to actually stick them together or not. I'm wondering, I'm pulling out these bits in the middle. I'm wondering if I can use these for something. Oops, I don't know if you can see that, probably not. I don't know why I've never used this stencil, but I haven't. So I thought maybe we could just do some random numbers on there in the background. If I can get my brush out. There we go. And we'll just do it in Vintage Photo, because then, you know, we can basically use it in any journal, can't we? So I might need to sort those edges out afterwards. The middle ones might be better. That hasn't come through at all. Maybe because I haven't taken the number out. So the ones near the edge, I'm getting the edge coming through. Maybe if I can just wiggle it. See, now I've got the 7, part of the 7 with that 6 there. Maybe I can make that a 1. And if I just wiggle my brush. That's working a bit better. I hope the light's okay. It's getting dark here. It's not even 4 o'clock yet, but it's getting dark. So I have the overhead light on, but that's not very bright at all. And I have my desk lamp on. And it's the first time, I think it's the first time I've used it since I had my change around. So I'm not sure how it's working. So if there's a problem with it, you'll have to let me know. It looks okay when I look through the camera, but I know it's not always the same when you're actually... I'm finding where I haven't taken these numbers, the plastic bits out the middle of these numbers. Yeah, it's not always the same on camera as it is on YouTube. You know, when I look through my camera, sometimes it doesn't seem to be what you see on YouTube. So how are you all? Are you all joining in with Dephemerember? If you are, pop your channel in the comments below so that everyone can come over and have a look at what you're doing. Although I think everybody who's taking part is probably using the hashtag so that we can find you. But yeah, if you want a bit more, want a few more visitors, feel free to pop your channel handle in the comments below. So, as I say, this video will be going up well after the 2nd of December. I'm trying to film all of these so that I can have some videos going up while I'm away. If you've not been here before, I live in Northern Ireland and all my family are over in England, and we are heading over to England for Christmas in the middle of December. So I'm going to try and film ahead so that I can leave these videos going up while I'm actually not here. The only thing that I'm wary of is it might be very boring to be watching Dephemerember videos every day. But then if the video's up, you've got the choice whether to watch it or not. Whereas if I don't put a video up, there is no choice, is there? But I thought if I try and film them all, then maybe I'll have time to do some other videos in between. I think I'm overestimating my abilities here, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. There may be lots of Dephemerember videos up. There may be some lacquer videos while I'm away. We'll see. See how we get on. Right. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? That's all bold numbers. We need one there, don't we? What haven't we got? Should we do another number 5 there? Some of our edges are a bit empty. So this is my bold numbers number 1 idea. Should we have some going off the edge for a bit of extra interest? That's a bit better, isn't it? Let's do some more like that. I'm trying to make sure I've got them going different ways as well. Oh, I don't think we've had many zeros. Can we fit a zero in? And what can we have down here? Half a seven. Not half a sixpence, half a seven. How do you think that's looking? Right, I hope that wasn't boring. Now let's see if we think we need to, probably will stick those together just to be safe. And then we can probably, what do you think, 2 out of this? Where's my piece of paper? Got a lovely piece of card here that I've ended up using as a glue page because in the video I was doing yesterday I couldn't find a glue page, so I grabbed a piece of card, which is a bit of a waste, but there you go. These things happen, don't they? Right, so let's put that stencil out the way. Got sticky fingers now already. Now where's my card? Let's just give that a bit of a burnish. I just thought, really, I should do this on the back as well, shouldn't I? As it's going to be a floating pocket, but maybe we'll do something else on the other side. We'll see. You don't want to watch me do all that again, do you? And I don't want to pause the camera if I can help it, because as I say, it's getting dark. So, right, now, how big would we want this? Where's my faux page? Hello, faux page, where have you gone? Where did I put you? I've got another one there, that will do. So if I do it so it's pocket that way, can probably get 3 out of there. And I know the writing's not the right way, but we're not really interested in the writing anyway, are we? So let's chop one there. And by the time we've finished decorating these completely, you probably won't see much of the writing anyway. So I've just thought I'm going to need to stick another 2 pages together, aren't I, to make the back. Because I was thinking I would just fold the page to make a pocket, but then I decided that it needed strengthening. Right, so we've got 3 different size pockets there. Or what will be the fronts of pockets. So let's get another couple of pages. Don't really want the photos. turn that in the other way, so we've got a page of writing here. Stick those together again. And that's not folded very well, is it? Come on, page, we want some cooperation, please. Right. So I think today I'm going to make the pockets and make sure we've got the bold number element. But other than that, I won't do any decorating today. Because it's getting dark, I don't want this video to go on too long. And yeah, I did do that right. And this is part of, you know, the idea of Dephemerember this year is to make components for journals so that you've got the things when you need them. Right, so now I need to cut these in the same places. That doesn't look very straight. So this is going to be one pocket. If we put it up that way, then we'll have the nice folded edge at the top where we're popping things in and out. As I say, I will decorate these further in future when I come to use them. I'm just looking for my little circle punch. I think I'm going to put little divots in there, just a little one. No, maybe a bit bigger than that, Karen. Like that. Whee! Right, let's cut these other two, then we can glue them together. And then we'll have, that's the bottom piece. Hopefully if I've done this right, the bottom one will be the right size. But we can always trim if necessary. So that's that one. And then is this one the right size? Yes. So let's do the same again. A little thumb notch in each one. So these ones are going to be tall, narrow pockets. Whee! And we'll ink these because the background is the inked bold numbers. Now, once these pockets are together, they may well need trimming on the guillotine, because as I've put the pages together, I don't know if you can see on camera, but they're not completely lined up, they're not completely square, and that's just because it's book page. So once they're stuck together and I come to use them, I may well snip bits off on the guillotine. So that's that one inked. And I'm doing the front and the back separately with the inking to help minimise that, the appearance of that once the two bits are together. But so by the time we've stuck on, you know, fabric and whatever other decoration we decide to use, that I doubt it'll be very noticeable anyway. So yeah, I've chosen to do long tall pockets here, but you could obviously do this with any size book page and cut them down, you know, to whatever shape and size you wanted for your journal. It's just nice to have a bit of variety, I think. Right, I'm going to use art glitter glue for this, and I forgot to put the pin back in. Oh no. I wonder if it's going to work. Let's have a look and see. Yes. Oops. Helps if you stay on the book page, Karen, not on your work mat. So that's one. Oops. Slipping, sliding. Right, let's try and do a better job of this one. And obviously the fronts and the backs of these will need to be decorated and look pretty because they are floating pockets. So let's try and get this one lined up properly. That's number 2. Right, so they need to just be left now to dry for a bit. But we've got, once they're dry, 3 long tall pockets like that. So we'll pop them to one side. They will probably, all of these will probably go under the sewing machine at some point. Let's just pop that out of the way. Right, which one are we going to do next? Put the lid on your ink, Karen, before you have an accident. Let's do one of Claire's things. Now I want to make this into a little pocket. So I'm not sure where my scoreboard is, but I can see a line there, which I'm assuming is the score line for folding. So we'll see. Pretty good. Now what I think I will do here, I wonder if any of these numbers would fit. They're not quite big enough, I don't think. Let's cut a couple out and see. So that there's, you know, something to look at in the background, even when there's nothing in the pocket. And if this doesn't work, I'll think of something else. But as we're going for bold numbers, it would make sense to use one of these, I feel. Oh, that's very close. Let's have a look at that one as well. See if any of these look nice. Oh look, that circular one has fallen into the pocket. It wants to be used, doesn't it? But is it? I don't think it's quite big enough. No, it's not wide enough. Sorry, Mr. 18. But you don't fit the bill. Now, I wonder if I could get that one just right in there. But I really wanted to stick it on the back so that when you put something in the pocket, the bold number's hidden. Right, I think I want a bit of ink on that again, just to knock back the white. Can't remember now if that's supposed to be a 9 or a 6. I think it was a 6. No, number 6 is there, it's a 9. Okay, now, if I put glue stick on that, do you reckon I could wiggle it where it needs to be? And because it is actually a 9, I need to take a bit more of that side. That should be all right. It still needs more colour. Where's my brush? Because these were printed to go in a red, white and green journal, I printed them onto white paper. I didn't use them. Now the paper's too white. No, it was a 9, Karen. Oh, now this is fun because this is going to be my birthday. If we use the 2 in something else, that's my birthday, the 2nd of the 9th. Putting glue stick on the back so I can slide this around, hopefully, to get it where I want it. Oopsie. Right. I hope my head's not in the way. Let's come down a little bit. Actually, maybe if I line it up on here at the front. See, I cut too much off of the other side, so I haven't got a lot of wiggle room that side. Right, that is, it was just about in the right place. And then I've moved it with my sticky fingers. How's that? It's not great, but it will have to do. Oh no, now I've moved it completely. What a numpty. Honestly, Karen, what are you playing at? It would have been much easier to just stick it in the window, wouldn't it? But I don't want it in the window, I want it on the back. Right, that is going to have to do. And then, if I close this with the art glitter glue, so we're going to go round the bottom and up the side. Pop a little bit more glue under here, so we don't want it catching when we put things in and out the envelope. We'll close that up. And then we have a little pocket there. Obviously we have to wait for it to dry again. Give the glue time to do its job. I think that's quite cute. And then obviously when I come to use these things in an actual journal, we'll be making something cute to go in there. So that's number 4. Then this one's already done, but it needs beautifying. Not that it's not beautiful as it is. I'm not sure which way up that's supposed to go. That is definitely a bold number, but is it going to be too much in a journal? It might be better to save this for something that I'm going to use on a journal cover. Although we could have a floating pocket on a journal cover, couldn't we? Can't even pick these up. I think the yellow might blend in too much. Oh, hang on, here we've got, what's in the background there? Is that a watering can? I can't make out what that is. Oh, it's a kettle. Okay. That's sort of blue and yellow, so if we did want to use the blue number on there, that would go, wouldn't it? I've got this piece of stuff floating on my desk still. I don't think that would go under there, but obviously we would need something on the other side as well. So we could say fabric for the other side. More bold numbers. Not sure about this. Oops. I think what's throwing me with this is the fact that the envelope is yellow, and I don't really work with colour very often. It's always, you know, the backgrounds are always packaging paper or tea-dyed paper. So having the background yellow is quite... Oh look, I've got a yellow flower on my desk as well. This would definitely have to go either on a cover or on the inside, you know, in an inside pocket of a cover. Quite like that. And there's also, sitting here looking at me, some yellow buttons, but I don't think they would show up. On here, but there's also a blue button. If this wasn't a pocket, I would sew that button on to hold that flower down on there. Obviously I can't do that on the pocket because it's going to close the pocket. This is nothing to do with bold numbers, but I like it. I'm just wondering, could we make a closure with that somehow? Ah, my number 2 could be the closure, couldn't it? If I pop that on there and don't glue the top half, maybe we could tuck that in under there. Just thinking. This floating pocket will fit in this floating pocket. I won't pop it in there now. Yeah, maybe I should do that. I don't know. I don't know if that will work or not. Because this is quite stiff. But that would be quite a good use for that number, wouldn't it? Should we do it? Let's do it and see what happens. I've got some more of these numbers somewhere that Claire sent me before. Might dig them out to use in some other Dephemerember stuff. It's dark outside now. What time is it? Been on for half an hour or so. So it can't be very late. Oh, 4:30. Oh, all the glue seeping out. I think that works. I'll leave that on there to dry and see what happens. Now, of course, because I've done that, when I want to stick things on the other side, I'm going to have trouble, aren't I? Because we've got this great big thick 2 in the way. Didn't think that one through. I'm going to see if that holds and then decide if it's a good idea or not. But then if I have got that on the other side, then maybe we could pop this on here somehow. I just quite like that together. And if it's going to be bulky, let's make it bulky. Would it need anything else? Like what, Karen? I don't know. No, it's the wrong colour. Just seeing what might catch my eye on here. That's not really a bold number, is it? And this isn't a number at all, but I'm playing with it. I also pulled out some of the bits and pieces numbers. I wonder if we could pop one of those on. That's quite bold. Got a nice big number 11 down here. which might be better. Do you know what? I know it's mad, but I'm going to stick this down. I don't know why I want to do it, but I do, so I am. Now, I don't know if this is going to be good enough or if I need to get out the Yoo-hoo or the glue gun, but we'll have a go. I don't know if I want this on here or not. No, it's not sticking. Oh dear. I've had a glue explosion there. Right, I'm going to leave that alone. Got too much glue on there, it all came squirting out together. And we'll see how that goes. Things are catching my eye. Right, I'm going to leave it there because I'm just doing random stuff now. But I really like that. I think it's cute. If I can get that button to stick and get rid of the excess glue, I think that looks nice. Let me know what you think. So we've got our bold number 2 on there to close the envelope. We have a fairly bold number 9 considering the size of the aperture, and then we have bold numbers all over these book page pockets. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things we've made. That's not bad, is it, in half an hour-ish? So I hope you found that interesting. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd do with this if it was yours. Is it ridiculous or do you like it? I like it. That's all that matters. So thank you for joining me. I'll be back again hopefully in another few days, probably with another Dephemerember. But in the meantime, take care, look after yourselves and enjoy your own crafty time. Bye bye.